What's up, y'all? I really want to do some drops, like 60-second videos, or what I call drops, proper videos, or just called videos. Like sometimes I make videos, sometimes I do drops. The drops is 60-second, 30-second clip. You know, I got to become proficient in drops because drops is where I'm gonna make my money. Drops is how I'm gonna get stupid, funky, nasty rich. Something that, you know, Cardi B and fucking Naomi Banks will get wet, you know, because I got that kind of money. You know, I'm gonna have to do these 60-second clips. What the fuck that is? River TV just popped in my shit. But I'm gonna have to become proficient at talking for a short period of time, but I don't feel like doing that shit because I just did the key unlocks the door and it's the Mac within shit. And I'm so hyped because I love this shit so much. Oh man, I know my channel is still in jail. It's still dead and that video is not gonna perform well, you know, probably maybe until like I re-release it like after the 6th. Like everything that happens, you know, before the 6th is kind of like meaningless, masturbatory bullshit. You know, it's masturbation until January 6th. You know, January 6th, you know, I'm gonna start doing my real shit. You know, I'm gonna talk about Sexy Red. I'm gonna talk about Lauryn Hill. I'm gonna talk about that fist fight between Eddie Griffin and D.L. Hughley. And I'm gonna do an audition for Dave Chappelle. Now, when it comes to being Mr. Masked Man is a difficult walk. I don't know if I said this before, but, you know, there's some confusion in the church. You know, Jesus is the worst part of the black church. It's the worst part of religion. It's the worst, most evil, wicked thing that the Catholics has ever invented. And it's ruining and retarding motherfuckers in ways that, you know, you can't even imagine. Zombifying, mummifying, petrifying niggas' brains. Evil, like beyond evil. I lost my train of thought because I was talking about the zombie. Oh yeah, okay, Chappelle. Okay, I want to do a proper audition for Dave Chappelle because I want to make it. You know, I want to do a lot of things, but like at the end of the day, right now, today, I'm only good at one thing. Like giving my opinion, like talking that talk. Like I don't want to work no job. Ain't nobody gonna hire a tough, brolic, strong nigga like me. I get a check from the government. You know, I'm plugged to get housing. So it's like if I'm not a YouTuber, like I'm just one of 7 billion people. But like 70,000 motherfuckers have watched my shit. So I am famous, but I don't know who most of the 70,000 is. The 70,000 people who viewed me could be anybody. Like they could be celebrities, they could be like fucking plumbers, they could be goddamn niggas from other, well, I know that most of my audience is in America. I do know that because YouTube they don't give you enough analytics, but they do tell you, you know, what country. So most of my audience is American. So I have an American audience, but I have talked to people who see me from overseas, you know, so, you know, I don't really know who's watching, but Chappelle did something very, very unusual. Very, very unusual for Chappelle. And like, I don't want to talk about Patrice right now, but just put like real quick, Patrice, Player Haters Ball. Season 3 of Chappelle's show not being available on any streaming service anywhere. If he actually beat the Reaper, can you show up to Shreveport, Louisiana, July 2nd, 2025, Hirsch Coliseum, see Edward, take some photos, do a show, release a special, say, yeah, I'm Patrice Lumumba Malcolm O'Neal, and in addition to Jesus Christ, I beat the Reaper too. Like, if he can do that, he got issues with you. That's all I'm gonna say. If he can beat the Reaper, get out of the Reaper trap, come back to Earth, come to Shreveport, Hirsch Coliseum, gotta be the Hirsch, and take photos with Mr. Masked Man. spiritual father and all that shit. Like, I ain't just gonna meet you once, son. I'm gonna meet you twice. And this time I'm taking pictures. I ain't talking about table salt. I'm doing a real goddamn comedy special. I ain't building skyscrapers. I'm slanging these jokes better than anybody has ever been able to, and I'm gonna shut it down. And the 800-pound gorilla is coming right after the elephant in the room. You know, but you know, I don't know if the spirit of Patrice actually has issues with you. He communicated that he's annoyed by a couple of things. The one-time appearance in Player Haters Ball. Yeah, I made the special something. I made that Player Haters something that Comedy Central would greenlit for other things, but I'm the only popping ass comedian who never made a second appearance because I outshined you in your own shit, because I'm Patrice and I'm better than everybody else, and you would never have me back because you didn't want to compete with me. Nigga, I ain't care because I'm Patrice. I ain't care about no shit, but I noticed that season 3 is unavailable, even though sometimes it shows up and sometimes it don't. You don't allow that shit to be seen. We got issues if I can physically come back. I'm gonna deal with you for that. I'm personally gonna deal with you. Like, as a 6'4", 400-pound black man would deal with a nigga like you. Like, I'm gonna deal with you personally. This it. Like, the nigga who actually beat the Reaper, not Jesus, like actually did it, just because what Edward said, because of Vaughn DiCarlo. Don't talk about me, but Bill Burr can't shut up. Some white man that I was friends with did comedy longer than me. He did it longer than me, but I was better than him, so he gave it up. Won't shut up about me. My own goddamn girl, a fucking baby mama a fine baby mama that I made famous, won't even talk about me at all. I got something for her. I got something for Chappelle. Son, you know that you said enough. If it's being heard, it's being heard. Don't you say that nigga is your art teacher. That nigga is a Muslim. He ain't scary. He ain't no punk. Whatever I got for him, he ready for it. So get on to what you got to get on to. I'm a cool ass nigga. Didn't I tell you to take it easy on Naomi? Take it easy. Be easy, be cool, be Steve Urkel, be Stephon Arkell. This is for the cool. You like that? You always like that part when Stephon first came in and that song played and it was like, this is for the cool. And he started grooving and he started dancing. He started doing some shit that nobody knew that Jaleel White was capable of. He just started, this is for the cool. This is for the cool, nigga. You gotta do that shit. You gotta unleash the Mac. Nigga, you capable of that. It's just gonna take, practice in an old ass city like New Orleans. Then come July 7th, here's what I want you to do. This for y'all. This for the 300. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but like I'm gonna make sure this video is seen. So this is gonna be for Chappelle. I know what I'm gonna title this video. Chappelle, I can see you, right? That's what it's. I'm gonna put a picture of Chappelle, like something from The Dreamer, and I'm gonna put Chappelle, I can see you, right? That's what I think I'm gonna title this video. Hey Chappelle, I can see you, right? Yeah, I think that's the title. Hey Chappelle, I can see you, right? That's the title. And if Patrice does or doesn't have an issue with you, he'll deal with you as the 800-pound gorilla resurrected from the Grim Reaper trap, 6'4", 400-pound gorilla. Could have played goddamn professional football and been one of the greatest, but chose to slang jokes just because he chose to slang jokes and did it better than Bill Burr, even though he didn't do it as long. And Bill Burr cannot shut up about Patrice. And even Bill Burr says Patrice would never do this shit for me. But my own girl won't even say my name no more. Okay, now back to you, Chappelle, goddammit, because back to you. Because I want you to be my art teacher. But if I want you to be my teacher, I cannot beg a man for help. Like, no man respects a man that begs. That's how I got blocked by Tariq. Like, he should have helped me as a guy who claimed to be black empowerment like he should have. But he was just being an asshole, and he just wanted me to do it the way he wanted me to do it, and he just blocked me, and he don't give a fuck if I live or die. I'm just suck. Nigga, call the show or don't call the show. Nigga, I ain't helping you privately. I ain't Danny Freeman. This ain't the rise and grind, nigga. I said I do this shit on my live stream. I ain't calling you, nigga. Fuck you. You know, but if I want Chappelle's help, you know, Chappelle kind of is really not, Chappelle kind of got like the life you want to have. Like, Chappelle got time to help Mr. Mask Man if he chose to do so. Like, so I want Chappelle to kind of like teach me like how to talk for a living. But I'm not a comedian at all. I'm not joking about anything I say. I'm not I am a joker because my name is capital J, capital R. If your name is capital J, capital R, like even if your father sometimes calls you Joker, sometimes calls you Junior, that means Joker. That's a Joker symbol. That's a symbol of the Joker. That is not Junior. Junior is capital J, lowercase r with a period. That's Junior. Or it's lowercase j, lowercase r. That's Junior. Also, capital J and it's spelled out Junior. That's Junior. But if it's capital J, capital R, that is a Joker. That is a Joker's name. That is not a Junior's name. That is a Joker. So I'm a joker. So I sometimes I like to try to be funny. Sometimes I like to attempt to make people laugh. But I ain't no goddamn joke slinger. I ain't one of these just jokes, motherfucker. Nigga, I will literally rip your motherfucking eye out of your head if you fuck with me. I ain't playing with you. These ain't just jokes. But somebody got to teach me how to live and talk and walk. And the only motherfucker who can comprehend the shit I say and the way I walk and the way I think is Chappelle. As far as an artist, a man who does art, he's just better than me. He's better than I'll ever be. He's a man. He's a black man. A black man that's a comedian who has better comedic timing than motherfucking George Carlin. That shit is ridiculous. That shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, the best thing about Chappelle is his timing. It's his comedic timing. Like, how he, you know, the rhythm, like, hit that mic and say that joke. Like, the best, like, how nigga Carlin physically wrote everything out before he said it, and then like rehearsed the shit, and like Carlin was like scientific with that shit, and you just better than him at it. Oh, how the fuck do you have better comedic timing than George motherfucking Carlin? That shit is ridiculous. Oh, nigga, I kind of hate you for that. Nigga, you didn't make religion this bullshit. Carlin did. How the fuck you got better timing than that nigga? That shit is unfair. You a nigga. You ain't supposed to have better timing than him. Ugh. I hate you for that. I got a Jay-Z level of hate for how you got better timing than Carlin. How the fuck did you do that shit? Okay, better timing than Carlin. Niggas, you stupid. Oh, I'm trying to make this not long because I know that Dave Chappelle got like a lot of leisure time, but he ain't got infinite time. So I kind of like want to wrap this up and make this digestible so like Dave Chappelle can actually watch this shit. Okay, I see a cop lurking. Okay, real quick. Just for the record, as Malcolm X period, all cops go to jail. if you made it your profession to be a police officer, a security guard, some motherfucker who totes a badge and walks with a gun, and you think it's your job to tell people what to do, where they can sit, like what they can like boss people around because you've been adorned with authority, you just sitting at fucking parks in your police car doing fucking nothing, being intimidating as fuck. All cops go to jail. But in jail, you ain't got no badge, you ain't got no gun, and everybody knows you a cop. Do that shit in jail. All cops go to jail. All. Every last cop. All. Just like Seren said, yes, all white people, Mr. Masked Man saying, yes, all cops go to jail. Every last one. If you chose a cop, you go to jail. And if you're a dentist, you go to lick that goddamn plastic for 100 years, and you better pray that you get a drink of water. If you can lick your tongue like it's a goddamn bicep, like it's a heartbeat for 100 years, if you can survive that, you get to live. But if you're lazy, if you don't want to lick that goddamn plastic, you're going to die of thirst, nigga. Fuck you. You don't want niggas to have teeth. I don't want you to eat. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me wrap this shit up real quick. Make this shit about 30 minutes. Okay, Chappelle, I can see you, right? Like, Netflix is like a very guarded, like protected, like streaming services. It's like shit from Netflix, like clips of videos from Netflix don't just get released to the public. Like, you gotta buy the service and you gotta watch the service. But for some reason, like Dave Chappelle's latest special called The Dream, a brand new special that I believe is released this year, 2024, my year of ascension. It's Naomi Banks' year of dominance. She's gonna dominate this year. She's gonna dominate. And it's my year of ascension. I rise out on the bottomless pit. My curse is lifted. I ain't got no family. I ain't got no friends. All I got, is my loyal 300 and my pride, my manhood, and my check, and my wits, and my joker senses. And I'll be all right if I don't commit suicide, nigga. If I don't give in to the Reaper's, temptation. Kill yourself. Come join me. Kill yourself. You want to be dead, right? You want to die, right? Nigga, no, I don't. Never. So as long as I don't give in to the Reaper's temptation, of that sweet nothing, I'll be fine. So Chappelle, okay. Chappelle is just, for whatever reason, he's doing it. Like, after, like, he would be aware that I'm all fucked up now and I can no longer afford to, like, get Netflix, like, for a while. Like, it may be, like, another couple of months before I can, like, afford to, like, actually get a goddamn social security card, get a proper bank account, and start, like, getting Netflix and getting streaming service. So Chappelle said, goddamn, I am aware of a nigga known as Mr. Masked Man. Maybe I've seen some of his videos, maybe I haven't, but damn, 30,000 people 7 years ago, Suge Knight, you brought up an old ass hip hop figure. Something you just heard on Corey Holcomb, you did 30,000. Nigga, I'm aware of a nigga like you, and the fact that you never quit. Like, nigga, I know all kind of shit. Like, I'm aware of you, nigga, but I can't really talk to you, nigga, because you ain't making it, you ain't making it where I can approach you. Nigga, I came to New Orleans, you ain't show up, nigga. You say you're a nigga that keep money even though you poor, nigga. You could have bought a ticket. You could have approached me then. I don't know why you made it to Patrice, but you didn't, nigga. You could have, nigga. You a nigga who used to cut the goddamn line at the movie theater. You could have walked in. You could have snuck into a Chappelle show in New Orleans. You know how to do shit like that, nigga. I don't know why you didn't try that. There's no way in hell I would have been glad to see Mr. Masked Man, but you ain't show up, so I gotta move on. But I did something that you, Mr. Masked Man, wink wink, would really, really appreciate, and I let one nigga in particular say that I'm in trouble for this shit. Like, I'm really getting in trouble for this. Like, I'm in hot water for this. I'm gonna let Mr. Masked Man see this, even though I know he fucked up and he can't afford to, like, see my shit, even though he a faithful, like, paying for subscriptions. Like, I won't buy premium Zoom calls. I'm like, You like to pay for subscription. You like to pay your money for nice shit. You know, you don't like everything for free. You know, like automated voices. You know, for your commercials, even though you have an actual producer who could do all the voiceovers instead of an automated white voice. Chappelle. Oh, Chappelle. Okay, so Chappelle was, you know, he's allowing clips from The Dreamer to just be free online. Like, basically, like, he's just allowing, like, everybody to watch the whole special in clip form, like his latest shit. Like, the highest earner on Netflix, like the person who's making the most money for Netflix is just saying, everybody get this one for free in Edward's 2024 year of ascension. Mr. Mask Man is gonna get it together. I'm gonna give it away for the free ski. It's like you can't see the whole thing, but you watch the clips, you basically get the idea. So he basically, like, somebody said Chappelle was in trouble for one joke in particular. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. This is the best goddamn joke in the special. I haven't seen The Dreamer. Once again, Morgan Freeman narrates it. Dave Chappelle talks about being a dreamer, and I say Mr. Maskman Incorporated, Mr. Maskman / Mr. Loveman / Cat Daddy, semicolon, Cardi B. You know, this is a house of prayer. This shit ain't about nothing. It's just, I know people watch. I know people are helped. I know it does something, but there's some magical wizardry bullshit that's making it to where I don't actually earn a dime. So, you know, I'm comfortable knowing that I'm being watched and I'm being seen. You know, my second favorite person on earth was a porn star. She get off on people watching her, so I guess I have to get off on people watching me. You know, that has to be good enough. You know, so Chappelle in 2024, Chappelle has done about goddamn 8, 9 comedy specials. Like about 8, 9, like 5 on Netflix. For what it's worth, okay, Kill 'Em Softly. For what it's worth, 5 on Netflix. Okay, 7, about 9. A Speech, about 9 comedy specials. And for some reason, for some goddamn reason, for some motherfucking reason, Chappelle, Dave Chappelle, a black man, not from the hood per se, but a real black man whose roots go back to slavery, black, like 100% black, like I'm 100% black, even though he say he got white in his family. Like, who don't? But nigga, that white didn't wash out of your system. Nigga, whoever white, and nigga, you ain't got no white in you at all. You 100% black. You 100% nigga. You got no white in you. I don't give a fuck what you say. Nigga, test your blood. Nigga, that white is long gone. Just like me. Nigga, I'm 100% black. I don't give a fuck what you think, nigga. You 100% black. Like, I'm 100% black. Okay. So, Chappelle is releasing clips, allowing clips to be released, and he let his best fucking joke be released. And guess who his best joke is about? At the end, I'll give you the end real quick because it's almost about to be 30 minutes. The punchline is screw them queers. Punchline, screw them queers. That's the punchline. Like, at the end of the joke about who he was talking about, who he was mentioning, he was like, and no, screw them queers. Screw you fucking up the world. Okay. But that ain't who the joke was about, though. The joke wasn't about screw them queers. It ain't had nothing to do with them queers until he did the Dave Chappelle magical jazz nigga nonsense. I can tell a joke backwards, kick him in the pussy bullshit. You know, it wasn't about that. Guess who this nigga was talking about in 20 goddamn 4 for no reason at all. But have a headache. Jim motherfucking Carrey. Jim Carrey was the whole theme of the best joke of the Dreamer special that I'm not able to see for at least a month, 2, 3 months, maybe not even until fucking goddamn I get the actual apartment. Goddamn it may take me all goddamn year to actually see that full shit. So basically Chappelle is just allowing everybody to see it, all of it, like you can imagine what it's like put together. So he's talking about Jim Carrey. Like, Jim Carrey is like incredible. He's amazing. He's a GOAT. He's legendary. He's brilliant beyond good white man. Ain't got a racist bone in his body. Ain't built like J-Lo, P. Diddy, fucking Pink at all. Good white man. Good white man. Brought up Jim Carrey, the original Mask. Why'd you bring up the Mask in Mr. Mask Man's year of ascension, nigga? Jim Carrey is retired. He's retired. Nigga, that you had no reason to mention Jim. And not only did you mention Jim Carrey, not only did you mention that nigga, but you mentioned a nigga that would only be known by a motherfucker whose favorite late night talk show host of all time is David Letterman. Like if you're aware of me, you know I love Letterman so much that I fucking hate Jay Leno. Like, I love Letterman so much that I would only watch Leno for like Chris Rock and Halle Berry and like literally like nobody else. Like, unless Chris Rock or Halle Berry was doing Leno, I ain't never watching Leno. Fuck Leno. Fuck your show. Fuck what you do. Fuck you. You had no right to steal that shit from David Letterman and then find a way to beat him in the ratings. Fuck you. Letterman was the best. See, I don't give a fuck how much you love Johnny Carson. Nigga, Letterman was better. Best of all time. So, of course, I know who Norm Macdonald is. So, love Norm. So he mentioned Norm to introduce a story about Jim Carrey, the Mask, the man who made the Mask Man in 2024. The man who made me Mr. Mask Man. Man on the Moon, Andy Kaufman, a nigga caught up in a fictional character. I think I'm somebody else. I believe I'm another person, and I'm gonna act like another person, and I'm gonna pretend to be this person, and everybody gotta be this person, and nobody can see the real you. Nigga, you know I can see you. You know I went to school, right? I didn't go to art school. I went to school. I can do math, nigga. There's no way in hell that shit ain't about Mr. Mask Man and the Mr. Mask Man effect. God damn, nigga, there's no way in hell you ain't talking to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Mr. Mask Man, the king of the underground, Suge Knight. Jim Carrey for no reason at all. No reason. You black as fuck, nigga. The fuck you bringing him up in 2020? And it had to be shot in 2023. Had to be shot in 2023, but you knew it was going to be released in 2024. Nigga, why Jim Carrey? And fuck them queers, goddamn. That's how I feel about trans. That's how I feel about trans. That's how I feel about trans. I gotta call him Andy. I want to be Jim Carrey. But I had to call him Andy. Oh, goddamn, nigga. You know I can see you, right? I want you to be my art teacher. I want you to teach me how to talk. I want you to teach me how to make a living as a public speaker. Help me with this Malcolm X period bullshit that I got from God. You know, I'm gonna make a video sometime when I can make like real quick, like just to end it on Naomi Banks and some pro wrestling shit. Like, me and Naomi Banks was having a conversation, like, and within the meat of the conversation, she made reference to the fact that she wasn't wearing makeup and how the fact that she didn't have makeup on meant that she was naked and vulnerable for me. And I was like, and Mr. Mask Man's supernatural force I know a thing or two about a thing or two was like annoyed as fuck that a porn star was saying she was naked because she ain't had no makeup on. Nigga, Mr. Maskman was like, bitch, please. But Edward was like, that set my soul on fire. That was like some fire and desire bullshit. Like, I became Rick James, nigga. I became R. Kelly, nigga. That shit stirred something in my spirit, nigga. I was Country Wayne, nigga. That shit sizzling in my spirit like a guy, like hot grease was like bubbling. That shit was sizzling in my spirit. That shit was sizzling in my goddamn spirit. Goddamn it. I was like, what? And the spirit of Malcolm X did the motherfucking people's eyebrow. Malcolm X was somewhere in the spirit world, somewhere in heaven, somewhere wherever a man as righteous as him would be, reading his newspaper with his reddish hair and his reading glasses, and he was listening in on our conversation on our Zoom call, and he heard that naked face bullshit, and he did the motherfucking people's eyebrow. He did the people's eyebrow. He was like, I can't do it like the Rock, goddamn it, but how the Rock? He did. He was like, what, bitch? Malcolm X heard that shit. Malcolm X was like, Malcolm X said, I can't do it. Malcolm X said, Malcolm X was like, Malcolm X was like, whoa! Oh. So Dave Chappelle, I'm gonna do a proper audition because for art school you had to do an audition, and you said you didn't want to act, and I don't want to act. The only person I want to act for is Viola Davis if she'll have Monsters Ball level love scenes with me. Like if she'll go full Monsters Ball, nigga, I'll act for that, nigga. I want Viola Davis like that, nigga. I love that bitch. But, you know, other than that, like, I don't want to read lines. I don't want to do that shit, nigga. I don't do that. I ain't fake. So, Chappelle, holla at your boy. Real black ass nigga. Real hood ass nigga, man. Help a player out. You know, I've been to school. Now I'll be a good student. I'll be a good protege. I don't really think Patrice really got no real problems with you. I don't think he gonna fuck you up if he come back from the dead. I don't know. It was just something. It's just something the spirit of Patrice mentioned to me, nigga. It was just, I don't think you should be afraid, nigga. You're a Muslim. Like, you ain't afraid of shit, nigga. I don't think you scared of Patrice, nigga. So, you ain't got nothing to worry about in 2025, nigga. You ain't scared of him, right? You ain't scared of Patrice, are you? You ain't afraid of Patrice, are you? Be my art teacher, nigga. Teach me how to do art, nigga. Teach me how to be a person who can make a living, giving my opinion, giving my thoughts, saying how I feel, giving my expression, macking on a million hoes. Naomi, Brittany, Carter, and a kingdom better than Solomon, nigga, you crazy. Woo! Now give me 2 cops and a Ric Flair, later, alligator shoes on. Okay. Thanks, Dave. I know this is kind of a long video for you. I tried to make it 30 minutes even. You're a busy man. I mean, you're not a busy man. You can basically got the time you want to have. But, like, if you see this, holler at a player. Help a player out. Be my art teacher. Teach me how to do art. Teach me how to be a proper, real artist, what art is, and how to, you know, like, say the F word and get away with it. The F word for gay people. You know, how to, you know, holler at a bitch and not get in trouble for calling her beautiful. You know, how to, like, tone down and arrange this shit, this Joker nigga nonsense that I made up because I love entertainment so much that I made some shit that protected me from the forces of wickedness and devilry that was trying to destroy me since the day I was born. You know, I made it now, so whether you help me or not, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it, nigga. Someday, I'll pay my money, get some backstage passes, and at least shake your hand, you know, as a go-to comedian. You know, I'm a nigga that even though I was always poor, I'm a nigga that keep money. You know, I'll make sure I have money. And I'll at least see your show one day. So, Chappelle, holla at your boy. So, I do my shit that I do for women for you. Because I think not showing third season of Chappelle show for some reason, kind of a bitch. So I'm gonna give you the bitch shit. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be respectful as fuck. No, respectfully. I'll see you now. I'll see you later. Holla, holla, alligator. Won't you holla, 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 alligator.